Timpani Etude this year comes from Fink's book, Musical Etudes for the Advanced Timpanist. I chose the 3-drum Etude number 4, which is located on pages 21 through 22. Make sure you check the errata because there is a cut on page 2. So you don't need to learn the whole piece, just make sure you learn what is assigned. This piece and the portion of this piece that is for the audition contains 3 sections, combining lyrical, rhythmic, and some repetitive lines. There's a lot of variety in this piece, and that was one of the reasons why I thought this was going to be a good selection for the all-state process. Since there is so much variety, I chose a mallet that is hard but not overly articulate. I chose the innovative Percussion BT, or Bamboo Timpani mallet, number 6. It's one softer than the hard felt that I actually recommended for last year's Etude. That one was a little bit more articulate and you needed something to hear all of the 16th note rhythms. With this piece, there's a much wider dynamic range, there's some more rolls, and there's some more lyrical lines that the BT6 is going to work great. The drums that you need to use are the 29-inch, the 26-inch, and the 23-inch drums. And instead of 4, they're the top 3. If you want to use the 32-inch drum or the lowest drum to tune the low F and have that ready, that will eliminate one tuning change. However, it does make some of the sticking choices towards the end of the piece a little trickier. So it is up to you on what you would rather choose for your performance. Since the rhythms overall aren't very difficult, work towards achieving a great consistency of sound and a consistency of dynamics at all times. Work to get a wide range of dynamics, but then when you have the pianos, don't go so soft that you can't hear it, and then make sure when you get to the forte dynamics that you don't overplay the drums. For stickings, I would recommend experimenting with different stickings throughout the piece. There's a couple points, a couple measures that I want to point out to you. Measures 41 through 42, measures 47 through 48. When you have the constant triplets or the 8th notes running around the drums, there's sometimes you can choose to play across, there's sometimes you can choose to play doubles around the drum. Experiment with what feels good for you. And then, most importantly, write it in the music. Another aspect about this piece are the tuning changes. There are quite a few tuning changes throughout. There will be some times that you have plenty of time to change the notes because there's some fermatas, and there's other times in measures 37 and 41 that you actually have to tune while other things are going on. While you're actually playing on the C on the 26-inch drum, you actually have to move the 23-inch drum to an E flat. So what's great about this piece is that it works on these practical applications. If you play a timpani part in wind ensemble or percussion ensemble, you will probably have to do something similar to that. Overall, mark your parts. Then practice those tuning changes. If you practice half of those tuning changes for 5 minutes every day, you will end up practicing tuning changes over 2,000 times over the course of your preparation for the all-state Etudes. So practice your tuning, train your ear. There are times where you could use gauges, but overall your ear is going to be your best judge. One more thing is to make sure that you look and see when you can dampen the rests. I recommend dampening the drums out in measures 16, 18, and 20 to denote when those empty measures of rest begin. So great Etude. I hope you enjoy it.